Chepkon Charity Gadambi.
Hadi cheki walituachia shida kubwa nchi yetu. Kuokoa nchi yetu, napiga yes ya nguvu zaidi.
Guyo Wario. Abdul Rahim Daud. Nyamoko Josh Nyamachi. Owor Joshua Aduma.
For the good of the great people of Nyakachi and Kisumu, I, Aduma J. Owor, the Black Beauty of Kisumu, votes no.
Mohamed Ali. Mogina Jerosha Momanyi. Getawa Faith Wairimo. Odoyo Okelo Jared.
Jared Okello, in defense of abandoned hustlers, I vote no.
Janda Sahir. Manduku Daniel Ogwoka.
I vote yes.
Odege Tom Boya.
On behalf of the poor workers of this country and the great people of Nyateke, I vote no.
Washira Rahab Mukami. Madenge Duncan. Mushira Michael.
I vote yes.
Kiaraho David. Wanaina Michael Wambogo. Kosing David.
I vote no.
Mupe Anthony Kenga. Gogo Lilian Achieng. Amolo Paul Otiende.
To increasing the cost of fuel and the cost of gas, and on behalf of the great people of Rarieda, I vote no.
Chebor Paul Kibet. Paul Abur. Paul Abur. Mwafrika Agustin. Francis Kajuang Tom Joseph. Kingara Simon. Karemba Eric. Lugova Sloya.
Yes.
Luyai Caleb.
I vote no.
Raso Dido. Lenguris Pauline. Lentoi Johnny Jackson. Letipla Dominic. Lesuda Josephine.
I vote no.
Nikal James.
On behalf of the people of Seme, And for the people of Kenya, I vote no.
Ikana Frederick. Oduor Christine.
Okay. I, Christine Ombaka, woman rep for Siaya, and on behalf of Siaya people, the women, the men, the boys and the girls, people living with disability, and the vulnerable, I vote no.
Locha Kapong Peter. Kemei Justice. Koi John Waluke.
I vote yes, yes, yes.
Sigei Francis. Ivinja Shadrach Mwiti. Onyengo Silvanas. Kiplagat David.
I vote yes.
Maina Amos.
I, Mwago Amos Maina, a patriotic economist, I vote no.
Odhiambo Mili. Omondi Karoli. Gashobe Samuel. Mohamed Junaid Sheikh.
Chair, I vote no, but I want to share with the House that in my constituency now, a restaurant has been opened called Wamushomba restaurant.
Masara Peter. Masara Peter.
I, Peter Francis Masara, on behalf of the people of Suna West and the great people of Kenya, I vote no.
Mzigi Lydia Haika. Abdullahi Amina Dika. Bare Hussein Abdi.
Jukumu la kuwapatia maji na maendeleo yote kwa wananchi wa Kenya inahitaji watu kujitoa muhanga.
Take
Na
your
kwa
vote,
hivyo
honorable
nasema
member.
yes.
Bwire John Okano.
Mheshimiwa Mwenyekiti, kwa niaba ya bodaboda wa Taveta, mama soko na jamii pana ya Taveta, ninapinga mswada wa kuongeza tax kwa mafuta. Nasema no.
Kaunya. Otucho Mary. Mwangi Geoffrey Wandeto. Murugara George. Nduyo Susan Ngugi. Ng'ang'a Alice Wamboi.
Ndio tujenge nchi yetu tukufu ya Kenya, nasema ndio.
Kasait William Kamket. Aburi Lawrence Mboro. Mutunga John Kanyuithia. Kipbiwot Julius Meli. Shikati John Murumba. Chikati John Murumba, Siyoi Lilian Chebet,
Kwa niaba ya Wakenya ambao wanalipa taxes ya pesa zile ambazo ziliporwa, ninapiga ndio ili tuweze kujitegemea kama nchi.
Sitienei Janet Kemboi,
I vote yes.
Getit Cecilia, Emathe Joseph, Gikolong Nicholas, Gikolong Nicholas, Mabuin Paul, Namoit John.
On behalf of the great people of Turkana South, I vote no.
Nanok Daniel Epuyo, Gladys Bose, Ochieng David, Wandai James Opio,
Yeah, I vote no.
Nyamita Mark Ogola,
I vote yes.
Kagesi Kivai, Adagala Beatrice, Abdi Hamis Chome,
I vote no.
Jeho Fatuma Abdi, Mohammed Aden Daudi, Sane Ibrahim Abdi, Sane Ibrahim Abdi, Ado Mohammed Aden, Farah Yusuf Mohammed, Sigei Francis,
Order members. We are at Webuye East.
Wanyonyi Martin Pepela, Sitati Daniel Wanyama, Mogaka Stephen, Kasiwai Rael Chepkemoi, Mogaka Stephen,
Order members, clerk, repeat for West Mugirango.
Mogaka Stephen,
Mogaka.
Yes. Na uziweke tatu hizo.
Kasiwai Rael Chepkemoi, Wetangula Timothy Wanyonyi.
On behalf of the people of Westlands and the people of Nairobi and the suffering Kenyans, I vote no.
Mwakuona Danson,
Mimi Danson Mwashako, mjumbe wa Undanyi, kwa niaba ya watu wangu na Wakenya wanaotaabika, napiga no.
Basil Robert Ngui,
Hi, Robert Basil
Member of Parliament for Yatta, on behalf of Yatta people and people who are suffering, I vote no to increment of petroleum.
Ali Abdisirat Khalif.
I vote yes.
Shege Sabina. Dina Joseph Hamisi. Harun Suleka Hulbale. Ikiara Dorothy. Iraya Joseph. Kosgei Jackson.
I vote yes.
Mayaka Irene. Mohamed Umulkher Harun. Mwangi Teresia Wanjiro.
I vote yes.
Ngongo John Bandi.
Yes, on behalf of the Suba community.
Order member, order member.
Eh.
Say yes.
I have not voted.
Okay.
On behalf of the Suba community, both Suba North, whose MP is suspended, and Suba South, whose MP has disappeared and abandoned the constituents, I vote no.
Talib Abubakar Ahmed. Talib Abubakar Ahmed.
I vote yes.
Tongoyo Gabriel. Farah Malim.
Are you hearing me?
Order members, let me explain. There are some members who are in the washroom. Honorable Farah, Honorable Tongoyo, and Honorable Wainaina from Udaya. The three will take their votes.
I vote yes. I vote yes.
Order members, Narok West, you have taken your vote. Honorable Farah has taken his vote. Honorable Wainaina.
Wainaina Michael.
Order members. Order members. We have the results on the division that clause 28 be part of the bill. A total of 272 members took their votes. The ayes 184, the nays 88. Therefore, the ayes have it. Order members, I order that the bar be drawn and the doors be opened. Yeah? I'll call what?
Just say we proceed.
Order members, we continue with the committee of the whole house.
Clause 29, clauses 29, 30, 31, and 32.
I propose that the following clauses 29, 30, 31, and 32 be part of the bill. I now put the question that clauses 29, 30, 31, and 32 be part of the bill. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 33.
I propose the question that clause 33 be part of the bill. Mover. The Chair of Finance Committee.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. This clause 33, 33A is a cleanup. The proposed amendment is a cleanup of the tariff code. And then on 2, we are extending exemption status to taxable supplies that are used for construction of tourism facilities. And then part 3, again, last year we did an investment deduction for construction of hospital beds of 50. Now the bill was proposing to increase again from 50 to 100. No, from 100 back to 50. We're retaining it at 50. We are taking exempt the construction of plastic recycling plants. We are taking that. We are restoring the construction of plastic manufacturing plant into exemption status. And part 7, most importantly, Honorable Speaker, is we are taking back items from Schedule 1 to Schedule 2, those items that were tax exempt to zero rated, and those include manufacturing of fertilizer, manufacturing of pharmaceuticals, manufacturing of human vaccines, and that's why you will see now deletion of 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 152, 150, and 144. All these deletions are taking back these particular items from tax exempt back to zero rate, so that we can have cost of manufacturing fertilizer reduced, cost of manufacturing pharmaceuticals reduced, manufacturing of human vaccines, manufacturing of medicine, all back to zero rated. With that, I move on, Honorable Chair.
Order members. Member Honorable Mbadi. No, wait. I will propose the question that clause 33 be amended as proposed by the Chair Finance Committee. Yes, Honorable Mbadi.
Thank you. Madam Chair, this amendment makes me very excited. I'm excited because I'm happy that the committee actually listened to me and listened to AZIMIO on this. Madam Speaker, Madam Chair, we were being told that a lot of commodities are being exempted, but they were being removed from zero rating to exempt. I am happy that now pharmaceutical raw materials for pharmaceuticals will now be zero rated, that is 147. Pest control for 148. Raw materials for pest control 148. Pest control products 149. Sugarcane transportation from farms to milling factories 150. Fertilizers 151. Raw materials for manufacture of fertilizer 152. Liquefied petroleum gas 153. All tea sold for value addition. Now it will not just be tea, but it will be tea and coffee. I'm very excited that these amendments have been carried by the committee, and I support fully that now when we go to 34, we are going to zero rate them. I want to thank the committee for listening, particularly to me. When I was explaining zero rating and exempt, many of you listened and understood what I actually meant. This is going to make life the way it is if this is implemented. How I wish the same happened to the petroleum.
Members, we will keep this at 2 minutes maximum. I know there are other members that have amendments. Unless you're rising to withdraw your amendment, you will have your chance after we deal with the amendment by the chair. Member Honorable Amisi, Honorable Naisula, Honorable Basil, Honorable Atandi, Honorable Oluoch, Honorable Mbui, all of you will be heard at the point of your amendment. But for this one, we first deal and exhaust the amendment by the Chair, Finance Committee. So I would hope that the people who have shown interest are interested in speaking to the amendment by the Chair. So I will give member for Dagoretti. Are you speaking to this? No. Member for Madare, what is out of order?
Madam Chair, there was a precedent set yesterday by your chair, co-chair, that where there are other amendments, that you would allow the members who have proposed the amendments to ventilate theirs first, and then later we allow the chair to ventilate theirs, so that if these ones collapse, as they might or might not, then the chairs of the finance then comes last. And I can see the chair of finance is agreeing with me. Because, Madam Chair, once we carry these amendments, there might be no need to listen to the other members. So please guide us.
Other members, we will continue as we have stated, because even under the clause that we have voted, ordinarily there will be no debate. But we opened it and let members ventilate even when the amendments were not on the order paper. So on this one, we will continue with the amendment by the Finance Committee Chair. Some of the amendments thereof will be affected depending on how this goes, but we will give priority to this one as listed in the order paper. So I will give it to Honorable Member for Dagoretti North.
Thank you very much, Chair, and I also want to thank the committee and to thank the Chair. I know most of our people who looked at exempt versus zero-rated, especially those who are running industries, were very, very worried. And today, on behalf of the women who have industries, I want to say thank you to the Chair. But also, Chair, even as we say that, we also need to look at, I don't want to talk about the issue of fuel. I think we have exhausted that. But I want us to look now at the excise duties and how we deal. And I keep on reminding Chair, Finance, we must deal with customs so that even as we deal with all these things, customs will help us also to see the betterment of what we are doing in this House, and our citizens will benefit from this. Thank you, Chair.
Member for Tinderet.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to thank the mover or the Chair of Budget and Finance, especially on the issue of transporting of agricultural produce like sugar, tea, coffee, and all this. This amendment will promote the farming, the activities of farmers across the country, and it will actually make farming to be, the profits will be higher, and therefore the business will go on well. I support, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Atandi.
Chair, I also would like to support the amendments by the Chair of Finance Committee, especially those ones that are deleting VAT on corn products and basically cassava and foodstuffs. This is something that is very, very important for us, and our people are going to afford basic commodities. And I thank the Chair. Thank you.
Leader of Majority. Okay.
Thank you, sorry, Honorable Speaker. We were consulting with members here. Honorable Speaker, let me support this amendment. And it's true what the Honorable John Buddy says, that the Committee of Finance, even as we were thanking them during the second reading, took a lot of time to listen to Kenyans. And some of these proposals are what came out of the public participation exercise, Honorable Speaker. And it's sad that many of our media houses were trying to incite, not many, it's actually one media station I saw, trying to incite Kenyans that the public participation exercise was an exercise in futility. But it's testament from what members are saying here that the Finance Committee did listen to Kenyans and to their views, Honorable Speaker, and therefore I support, and this also buttresses the point that we are indeed intent on bringing down the cost of living. Zero rating farm inputs, zero rating fertilizer products, zero rating transportation of sugarcane from farms to their factories, Honorable Speaker. These are things that we trickle down to the farmer and consequently ensure that we are able to produce farm produce at a cheaper cost, and therefore the Kenyan people will enjoy, in the long run, will enjoy a lower cost of living. And that is what the people of Kenya have been asking for. And Honorable Chair, I must say, as I said before, that this was one of the bills that was most vilified. But I'm glad today in this debate, Honorable Speaker, members are truly telling the truth. What is good, they are calling it good. What they have a problem with, they are saying, I have a problem with this. And that is the way we should be engaging in the country, not vilifying and demonizing everything.
Let us cap this to a maximum of 2 minutes. Honorable Masara, as we...
Thank you, Madam Chair. I want, for the first time, appreciate what the Chair of Finance, my friend, whom we were with in the Park Committee for 5 years. Madam Chair, what they have done, they have appreciated the work of public participation. How I wish they could do this throughout in all the clauses, because the people are really crying. If you can hear their views and accommodate them in a clause and make the changes, it won't change your status in the society, but you'll be appreciated now and forever.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker, on the issue of transportation of sugarcane, I come from where the sugarcane growing is a major area where it helps so many people. Were it not for the changes, it will have really affected farmers who are growing sugar. So thank you so much, Madam Speaker.
Thank you.
And I hope the remaining clauses, we are going to get similar response. Thank you.
I see there is concurrence on this clause. I'll give Honorable Geshimo, then the Chair Finance. We will close it.
Thank you, Chair. I'm equally excited, just like Honorable Buddy, because people of Geshogo who do a lot of coffee and tea will be saving a lot in terms of operational cost. So I support Chair, and I believe, I agree with the Leader of Majority that actually this committee did public participation. And that is why even Honorable Buddy's views found their way into this bill. I support, Chair.
Member, Chair, Finance Committee.
And I really welcome the good remarks by my colleagues. And I just wanted to inform this House that there were two fundamental changes that we made on this particular clause, and important that I realized I did not mention when I was moving, that introducing to exemption taxable food supplies for school feeding program be moved to exempt supplies. So this, we saw, I think it's Governor for Nairobi yesterday launching a very successful food feeding program. You've seen this school feeding program being done by the Honorable KJ at Dagoretti South constituency, and want to encourage, therefore, any business in this country that can invest in their CSR in our school feeding program. We have, by the recent members of the public, we have introduced a new clause that makes those food supplies exempt for the tax exempt. Lastly, we found a very interesting clause that was exempting transfer of businesses as a going concern from VAT. And the financial implication of this was 100 billion shillings we are losing. So by actually deleting that clause 7, making transfer of business as a going concern a vatable service, we are going to raise through this particular amendment 100 billion shillings. And that, I think, is one of the greatest successes we had because of our public participation with members of the public.
Member for Nyando, what is so burning?
Madam Speaker, out of presentations by AZIMIO One Kenya Coalition, appeals and lamentations that we expressed on behalf of the Kenyan people, the committee has ceded some ground. But again, certain times it becomes very difficult for us to know what is exempt and what is zero-rated, Honorable Speaker. Why we are pursuing the zero-rated angle is because somebody has the right to claim for vatable taxes on raw materials, Honorable Speaker. But when it is only exempt, then you can only claim VAT simply on the final product itself, Madam Speaker. So therefore, if it is exempt, at the end of the day, production costs become much higher, costs which are then transferred to the Kenyan people or the end user to shoulder, Madam Speaker. So that is why we have been pursuing this angle vigorously on behalf of the Kenyan people. Madam Speaker, was very disturbed when we were going to apply taxes on pharmaceuticals and medicaments, Honorable Speaker. There are people with conditions who use insulin, for example, on a daily basis, and making and putting more taxes on insulin was going to be unbearable on those who consume this product, and then, by the end of the day, shortening their lifespan on this earth, Madam Speaker. And therefore, I support this amendment, and I hope that we can reach consensus on most of these divisive clauses, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. I will now put the question that clause 33 be amended as proposed by the Finance Committee Chair. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
I will not. It is one of our, it earns us foreign exchange, and I
to come in to offload the burden on those who have, as opposed to removing the burden on those who don't have. I know for sure, Madam Chair, that as we
on airports, so that the young people of this country can continue to benefit. Supporting these amendments would be tantamount to say that we want the Kenyans who are jobless to continue being jobless. We want to bring back the business of servicing and the repairing of planes back at Wilson Airport.
To give white-collar jobs. We wanted hustlers to get jobs. Secondly, I'm aware that my brother, Honorable Soro and Honorable Kimani ICHUNG'WAH, your choppers are coming, and you want to avoid paying tax. You must pay tax. You must pay VAT on your choppers that you have already ordered. So the intention of this amendment, Madam Chair, is for Kenya Kwanza billionaires to own choppers. And this is something which we must refuse. We must refuse these people from not paying taxes. Yeah.
Order.
So we must support, I support this amendment and we must adopt it.
What is out of order, Majority Whip?
Honorable Chair, I am aware that Honorable Kimani ICHUNG'WAH, who has been mentioned by Honorable Atandi, of course got a chop about 4 years ago. But for me, Honorable Chair, I am not, unless he's speaking of a different Osoro, I don't know whether there is a chopper, unless you're paying it for me on my behalf or something. But I pray.
Order members. We will now hear member for Dagoretti South, then I will put the question.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. And the point I want to make, Madam Chair,